The benefits engaging a builder as the first professional in the team and consulting throughout the design stage are huge. I cannot believe that for so long this piece of the puzzle has been missing from the preliminary process. Having someone involved that understands real building costs at the preliminary stage is very necessary, and this is why. Let's have a quick look back at the old-fashioned process that has been unbelievably the norm for so long. A client approaches a few designers and architects and wants to build or renovate a house. Fair enough, they're probably thinking design comes first, so I'll start there. They choose their designer and start chatting about what they want. They may or may not discuss a budget. The designer or architect starts showing them options. The process starts and things start to get put on paper. The client and the designer have meetings as things progress. The client is getting excited, the architect starts getting excited and adds ideas. While this is exciting, all this is taking place without any real cost checks. Before you know it, a client has a full set of drawings and has completely fallen in love with the design and can't wait to start building. This is where the excitement takes a turn. The designer or architect then says, we'll send it out for quotes. So the plans are sent out for pricing, and what comes back are quotes that reflect a completely different budget to what the client imagined. All of a sudden, the builders become the bad guys who are supposedly ripping the clients off because they will not be able to build the house for what the designer or architect said. Even though very little, if any, cost checking would have been carried out during the design phase, the client's dreams are now shattered, so they spend more time and more money redoing the drawings to meet their budget. Everyone is feeling pressure that the builders are now in a position of defending and having to justify their pricing, and generally end up reducing their margins to keep people happy. If you sit back and think about it, it's absolutely crazy. The people will spend so much time and money designing a house without having a builder in the team that actually understands the building costs right from the beginning. I must say, it really does frustrate me that designers and architects don't keep up to date with how much their projects are costing to build. I guess this does get very hard when you consider that most jobs that go through the outdated tender process are normally awarded to the builder with the lowest price. This doesn't mean it's the cheapest, it generally means that the client ends up with lots of variations and extras, so it's hard to keep track of real cost. How simple would it be for all designers and architects to say, right, what's your budget? So here are some of my previous projects that were built for your budget as an example. That could be used as a starting point. It's time to change the way things are getting done during the design stage of a building project. I think a builder should meet and interview designers and architects just like homeowners do with builders. Over the years, I've wasted so much time and money doing jobs for designers and architects because I love their work and wanted to be known for building their awesome homes. They didn't care if I made money or not out of the job, and the client chose not to pay me at the end of the job. They just wanted another project built. Once I realised this was terrible, I didn't want to just be used to build homes that they got all the credit for, and I was simply perceived as a dumb builder. Not when I was the one that was having to sort everything out on site because a client changed their mind, and so I needed to chase them, or the designers or architects' plans were wrong, and so on. This was a huge turning point in my business, as we had been only doing work for a couple of designers and architects. Deciding to work with only like-minded people was massive. What if we didn't get any more work? What if we couldn't find any designers or architects that liked our process? It was a big call. So I got my process down pat and started meeting designers and architects, and to my surprise, everyone I met was totally on board with it. They all said this was how they wanted to do things, but had never trusted builders. It took a lot of trial and error to find ones that truly meant it. The problem was finding like-minded people without an ego that they wanted to be above the builder and actually really wanted to work as a team. But for nearly 3 years now, we have had huge success and we are constantly improving the process with our new team members. Our clients are absolutely loving the process and we are becoming good friends.